This was a major issue during the Cold War. A Moroccan opposition leader and icon of the international left, Mehdi Ben Barka, was kidnapped as he arrived at a brasserie on Paris's left bank on October 29, 1965. Much of the facts about the 46-year-old dissident's death has come to light over the years. How Moroccan intelligence operatives took him to a residence south of Paris, tortured him, and murdered him. Many of Ben Barka's last-minute efforts, however, remain a mystery. It now seems that the charismatic philosopher, publicist, and political organizer was also a spy. Ben Barka's strong ties to the Státn Bezpenost (STB), the dreaded Czechoslovak security agency, are revealed in previously secret papers from Prague. He also got considerable payments from STB, in cash and kind. The results of this study will be hotly debated. Many on the left see Ben Barka as a hero, and his family denies that he was ever engaged in espionage or had any intimate relations to any government. Nearly 15 years ago, a Czech journalist's research suggested the potential of a connection between Ben Barka and the STB. However, few people paid attention. As a bonus, Cora was able to compare the 1,500 pages in the Ben Barka file with tens of thousands of other recently declassified papers. After fleeing Morocco under King Mohammed V's increasingly autocratic regime, Ben Barka contacted the STB's most senior agent in Paris in 1960, according to the dossier seen by Cora. After decades of being pro-Western, his native country, a former French colony, has suddenly shifted to the Russian side. It was believed that Prague's spies would be able to get significant information from this key leader of Morocco's war for independence and the creator of its first socialist opposition party, as well as from Arab leaders like Egypt's president, Gamal Abdel Nasser. It seems that Ben Barka got 1,000 French francs from the STB in September 1961 for information regarding Morocco that he said were taken from an internal bulletin of France's Foreign Intelligence Organization, according to documents in the case file. Prague's indignation and shame grew when the deceit was proven to be an outright lie. A journey to West Africa to collect information on the operations of the United States in Equatorial Guinea was still promised to Ben Barka, though. In the end, the mission was a success. Sheikh met an American trade unionist at l'Elephant Blanc pub in Paris in February 1962, and the Czechoslovaks started to think that Ben Barka had links with other Cold War participants, as an operator in France told them in February 1962. Ben Barka was suspected of having links to the United States Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, which was eager to encourage democratic change in Morocco while also securing Morocco for the Western camp. According to Cora, the Moroccan politician constantly denied that he was in communication with the US when asked with these accusations, but the STB was expecting more. Despite this, the couple's romance remained intact. For £1,500 per year, Ben Barka accepted an invitation from the Czechoslovaks to Prague, where he pledged to assist influence African politics and leaders in exchange. Documents reveal that in February 1963, Ben Barka was sent to Iraq to gather intelligence on the Iraqi coup and was compensated with £250. The president of Algeria, Ahmed Ben Bella, was a personal friend to him and he met with him often to discuss the status of affairs in the newly independent country. During Nikita Khrushchev's visit to Cairo, he was tasked with gathering information from top Egyptian officials that might be useful to the Soviets in talks. The information given by Ben Barka was highly valued by Soviet espionage agencies, who received his reports. According to Cora's study, he and his 4 children were given a vacation in Czechoslovakia as a thank you for their efforts. Ben Barka's motivations remain a mystery. He was a dedicated activist who was often arrested and imprisoned in Morocco. According to his supporters, he was prepared to meet with Czechoslovak leaders on a regular basis to discuss the international situation since this was the best method to influence them. They further claim that despite what ambitious bureaucrats and spies wrote on internal papers, Ben Barka is not an agent. That's what you'd expect from someone fighting against imperialism and colonial oppression back then, according to Bashir Ben Barka, who lives in eastern France and tells The Observer that the documents studied by Cora were probably edited or incomplete because they were produced by an intelligence service and were therefore not authentic. Ben Barka spent the last months of his life organizing the Tricontinental Conference, a gathering of liberation organizations, revolutionary organizations, and their backers in Cuba. Organizers wanted the experienced anti-colonialist to chair the meeting, which would be a turning point in the movement's history. As a result of this, the Soviets felt that he had gotten too friendly with the Chinese, their main competitors for leadership in the worldwide left. As a result of this information, Soviet authorities put pressure on the STB to stop providing any assistance or protection to Ben Barka. It was still necessary to bring Benjamin Ben Barka to Prague to learn about communication and monitoring techniques. However, this was a case of too little, too late. Ben Barka was kidnapped and murdered 1 week after he requested a firearm from the STB. President Charles de Gaulle, although ordering a probe, denied that the French secret services or police were involved. Key papers pertaining to the case are still being withheld by both France and the United States.